Hey guys, it's me again, Molly, and I'm back with another tutorial for you. Today's look is going to be inspired by one of my most favourite makeup artists in the world. I've followed him for such a long time on Instagram and he's honestly one of the best in the game. He's one of my many favourite Manchester makeup artists and his name is Mmmmitchell on Instagram. His page is literally insane, just full of like the most crazy makeup looks. To be honest, today is going to be a hard one because all of his looks are so intricate and so well thought out, but we're going to go for it. We're going to see how it comes out. So let's just hope this comes out nicely. I'm going to be trying to pick up some of the techniques that he uses whilst he's doing makeup on his models. So I don't know how on earth this is going to go, but I'm going to try it and yeah, we'll see how this looks. I'm going in with the Revolution concealer, which is one of my new favourites. I'm just going to underline the brow. Just to cancel out some of those hairs. And then what you're going to start to do is bring the product down, and don't worry about that clean line. I'm taking a Morphe M429, which is just like this. It's just a teeny duo fibre brush, and I'm just going to blend that in ever so slightly. I'm going to go in with my PLOUISE base, obviously, but it's really sad I've literally got that left because I'm trying to scrape everything out of it before I throw it away. I'm just going to take a teeny bit of that and just start patting it on the lid. You can take this all the way underneath the brow, but as I said, I'm using this very sparingly. And then I'm going to continue to just pat the PLOUISE base just until that's nice and matte and dry for us to use our shadows on. So what PLOUISE says as a makeup artist, she has always put out there that you should never set your base. The reason is because you will literally lose so much pigment if you put any translucent powder on top of this. Your shadows that you apply on top of this base, that is what's going to set the base. Okay, so now for the colour. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe 35C, which looks like this, and I'm going to go in with this orange one first. I'm going to go in with my Morphe M514. This is really similar to the MAC 224. Annoyingly, my bristles are all crazy at the moment, but it's a really small fluffy blending brush right in the centre of that eye, and doing really small circular motions. And then I'm going to go in with my Zoeva 221. This is stained because of Morphe's annoying amount of pigment. But this is a really nice brush right in the crease, just so you can get those colours to come out really bold. And I'm going to go in with the only dark pink that's in that palette. I'll pop that in the same area, but not work it as high. Go back with your previous brush and lightly dust around the edges. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe M506. This has become one of my favourite brushes ever. Like, look how tiny that is. And it's perfect just to get in the crease. And I'm just going to go in with a really dark purple. All of these colours are from the same palette. And I'm just going to go in that little bit lower Now what I'm going to do is go in with my Peaches and Cream pigment in the shade Fangulous, which is the most amazing, like, iridescent pigment. This can work with blue looks, pink looks, purple looks, everything. So I'm going to stick this right in the middle. I'm just going to fade it into the shadows that I've already put down. To do that, I'm going to use the same MAC 252, which is the leftover of what was on there from the base that we used. And I'm just going to pat down the middle and keep patting around the edges until there's a nice faded half moon shape. It's almost like a spotlight, but not as intense. And then I'm going to go in with the pigment. Look at that. So I'm going to use a flat brush. This is the Morphe M224. And I'm going to pick that pigment up and just start packing it on the lid. So seeing as I am going to show you how to do a fluffy brow, I may as well tell you guys where I get my lashes from as well, because I think this is something as a makeup artist that you need to know, just so you can save yourself some money on your kit. So I get all of my lashes from AliExpress, which is a Chinese website where I think the majority of the stock is from China. Also the shipping does take a little while, but these are some of the lashes that I have in my kit, and they're so amazing and so fluffy, and you'll see them on in a second, but they're so curly, so wispy. And these cost me, I think, like £2 a pair. And what I can do is link that down below for you guys, just so you guys know where to get some really nice lashes on a bit of a budget. So that's what the lashes look like out of the case, and you can see how much they curl up, which is everything you need when you've got a really heavy eye makeup look. You want your lashes to stand out as well. So the lashes are on, and I'm absolutely living for these. What I'm going to do before I start my face is prep my under eye. So I'm just going to go in with the Revolution concealer in C5 and just pop that underneath the eye. It's crazy how quick these concealers run out. They're so good, but I've literally had this 2 weeks and I've not even used it every day. So for this, I'm going to use the blue, the light blue in the Morphe 35C, and I'm going to go in with a small pencil brush. Now this is the Morphe R41, and it just looks like this, and this is going to help me get a really precise line underneath the eye. But don't worry too much if it gets messy, because I've got a little surprise up my sleeve with what I'm going to do as well. So just pick that colour up. It's important that you tap off the excess when you're doing the bottom lash line, just because you want to make sure that it's not going all over your face. Then what you're going to do is go in with a really small flat brush like this one. It's an angled one and it's really thin, but it's just going to allow me to get the really dark blue really close to my lash line. So I'm going to mix the two darkest blues in this palette. I know I'm not really explaining the colours, I'm not showing you the colours, but this palette's so straightforward, you'll know what you're doing. So then you're going to place that right underneath your lashes. So for the waterline, I'm going to go in with NYX's eye pencil, and this is in the colour Aqua Green. This is a really nice colour. So now for the really exciting part, which is my favourite. This is actually what inspired me to do the whole look, was when Mitchell used this, and I literally ordered it straight away. This is the Barry M holographic shadow topper, and it just looks like this, but the colour on this is absolutely insane, and what he did was use it on the lower lash line and smoked out, which is what I've been doing on a couple of my clients. I just hope they come out with more colours of these, because if they came out with more wearable ones for every day, I'd be on it straight away. Run it across the lower lash line.
This time I'm just looking to part from you. For you it's a red sign, for me it's the right time, like green lights in the sky.
How insane is that? What we're going to do is take a small fluffy brush and just blend that out.
Make sure that you try, promise you I won't stop, not until I get by.
Okay, so I've done my foundation, concealer and my bronzer and everything, but I just wanted to come back and show you, just before I do my brows, just how I do a fluffy brow. There's really hardly anything to it. All I do is brush the hairs up like this, and I just take an eyebrow pomade. This is the Olivia Belle Beauty soft brown eyebrow pomade, and this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 14 brush, and I literally just do tiny little hair strokes like this. You don't need to be careful about it, just wherever you feel you've got a sparse area, that's where you need to take the pomade through. Just take some clear mascara. This is just a collection one, it was literally £2, and I just run that through the brows. And just for an inner corner highlight, I'm going to use the Doll Beauty Like a Diamond, just because it's the whitest one, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corner. And then a tiny bit of Shine Bright, which is a more gold tone. I'm just going to pop that on my brow bone. And of course I saved the best bit till last, which was highlighter, because I know this is Mitchell's signature thing with his wet look skin. I'm using Doll Beauty Shine Bright again with a fluffy blending brush. This is a Morphe R38, so it's just about this size, it's not too big, and I just take a little bit of that and just start on a really small area with small circular motions and really just start to build that up. What I've been doing recently is just taking a teeny bit on right at the beginning of my nose, just at the top. And that just makes it look a little bit more. For lips, I'm going to use MAC Cork pencil. Then I'm going to go in with one of my favourite, which is the Smashbox Nylon Nude, which is a full true nude. And then a teeny bit of Peaches and Cream Honey on top.
This time I'm just looking to part from you. For you it's a red sign, for me it's the right time, like green lights in the sky.
So that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe and like the video. It would mean a lot to me. And if you guys want to go and check out my Instagram, that's at by Molly Rose, and I'll leave all the details in the description box below. But yeah, I'll see you again next time.
You lost your powers over me.